Welcome to I Rose, and on this channel we talk about mental health and spirituality because it matters. So today I wanted to talk about what is healing actually. That's such a big thing, right? Like people will say,
Oh, I'm working on my healing.
but what does that actually mean? I'm going to share with you some of the things that happen when people heal and when they do the work. So what that means is taking a look at when do I get triggered and how do I be authentic. So a main one is that really stop reacting unconsciously and start acting mindfully. So what that means is before I just automatically react, I'm able to pause, observe, breathe, and then react from a conscious place rather than acting and then regretting. So it's not like acting from core wounds that maybe I get angry really quickly. But when I've healed and I've worked on being the version of myself that I want to be and being in accordance with my values, then I can consciously react and go slowly. Another one is actually feeling your feelings rather than avoiding them. So sometimes people will do this with using drugs and alcohol, so escaping themselves and their feelings because that's just so much easier. But really doing the work means crying and feeling them and then asking why, and why do I have these feelings? Because once I know why, then I'm able to do something about it. Another one is saying no and having boundaries. So it's really a lot about respecting myself and my time, my energy, rather than giving it all away. So saying no is a full sentence, and that's okay too. Rather than giving an excuse, just saying no because that's enough. Another one is that you do things that you like because you like them and not because what other people think. So it's really being that authentic version. And that is so important in healing, is really accepting myself and being the me that I am and that I've always wanted to be, the inner child, the authentic self. So just being myself and not caring, oh, what are they gonna think? And not needing to feel accepted or fake. Just really being that true version. Also listening intuitively to your body. So eating when you're hungry or resting when you need to rest rather than just pushing on and on and on. So it's listening, what do I really need to be doing now? And I think that that's really important to figure out what's the rhythm and the balance in my life. And what that means is figuring out what I need. It's kind of reminding me of Sims characters, when they need to go to the bathroom, you gotta go. That is literally self-care. When I gotta eat. And that is what makes me feel the best and the best version of myself. And healing is self-care. Another one is that I feel comfortable in peace and that I don't seek chaos anymore. So really just being okay with the good in life and the quiet, and that I don't need to start rumblings and start arguments or chaos. So kind of talked about this, but just being more honest and authentic. So just really showing up as the truest version of myself and living through authenticity, figuring out what are my values, what are my core beliefs, and how can I live in them and through them. Also having the insight to notice patterns from the past and that maybe that's not how I want to live anymore. So then changing those patterns and behaviors by going more slowly and being more mindful. So being in the present moment is so important. So living more in this present moment as well. Another one that I really, really like and I think is huge is accepting myself fully and more quickly. Especially if I make a mistake or something, but really accepting that that's how I am and that's who I am, and forgiving myself or just accepting that that's okay. And I think that that's a huge piece. The last one that I'll mention is that just stop apologizing for every little thing. Just start being, because most of the time there's nothing wrong, and it could just be out of habit, is saying sorry and apologizing, but really accepting and embracing the moment without having to say sorry. So that was just a quick video that I wanted to hop on and share, because it can be weird, like, what is healing actually? But it's like the little things too that add up, and sometimes it can take years and years to practice these things mindfully, but it's definitely worth it. And I think progress, not perfection. So thank you so much for watching. You can visit my website if you're interested in connecting. It's irose2222.com. Thank you so much, and subscribe and like. Bye.